Man, oh man.
What happened?
Any of I had to. I was editing a video. It was exporting. It was no big deal, but that I couldn't get my camera on. I couldn't get nothing to work. And then I was like, I just have to restart my computer, which means now I got to redo the export of the video. And then it said, you know how when you go to restart computer, it says update and restart. I didn't want it to update. Oh, yeah. I don't know why it all of a sudden did this.
And it takes forever.
One of those things. Yeah, and it couldn't get my camera to even come on. I couldn't get nothing to work. And
I was all confused. I seen that 5 Mountain Standard Time, and I thought, oh, good. My wife's not going to be home for another hour. I said, I can stay on with you. But I'm not kidding you. The minute I hit the link,
yeah,
my wife sent me a text message. She said, I'm pulling in right now.
Yeah. And then my brother was supposed to cook up some ribs, and I'm the one that had to do it. So he owes me now.
That's what my wife brought us home to eat tonight was ribs.
Yeah, I barbecued.
That's
some mesquite. Had some mesquite. So then I thought, well, I got plenty to get out there and start up, you know. Now it looks like my internet's deciding to glitch out. Anyways, I made it.
What video were you uploading? What your dragon calf video?
Yeah, my feral family. Oh, look, and my internet is being. Yeah, where I turned my mule into a roping mule, I guess. Let's see if I can mess it up even more here. I plug it in my cable.
You need to have all this stuff ready ahead of time, Chris.
I thought about it, but ribs, they were just good. All right. Anyways, back to reality. Look at that. Axel Miller. Hey, Dylan's back. He's on my show now.
Where's the chat at? I don't know how to use this program you got. Oh, there it is. There it is. I got it.
Jared,
what up?
You're down in the hot country too.
Yeah, it was 110 today.
Jeez, where are you at?
Tucson.
Oof.
You beat me. I'm in Maricopa. It's only 108. I'm sure Phoenix is probably 112 or 13.
Oh yeah. You get out to Tucson and it cools down a little bit. Like the house is 106.
I lived over on Sendero Road for a while.
That's right by my house. I'm about a mile away from Sendario.
Really? Yeah. I had a contract with the city of Tucson, and we rented a place over there. And matter of fact, it was when I was roping all the time, and there was 3 roping arenas, right?
Yeah.
Right
you
next
go to
to
Fred's
me.
all the time?
I can't remember the name of them. This is I don't know. I went down. I was kind of a crappy deal. I went down and I'd go down. I took some young horses there, and I had my good horse too. And I went down. The arena was probably about, I don't know, about a mile and a half or so from where my camper was. And I'd go down there and I'd rope on my young horses and just train on them. And then they decided that one night they were going to have a round robin for $100 a man. And then nobody asked your numbers or anything. I was a number 8 healer, and I was always just training my horses. I wasn't really trying to, catch the cattle. I was just making sure everything was right. I said, "Oh yeah." They said, "Are you sure?" They said, "It's all open. We don't." I said, "Oh yeah, I'll rope in it." And I got my good horse out. And I won first, second, and third.
Get the hell out of here.
Yeah, no, they were real nice to me. They came up to me then and said, "Wow, what's your number?" And then after that, they'd invite me down to practice. Real nice guys, they invite me down to practice and everything. But we never had another $100 a man round robin. It was nice. I liked it because we could work. We worked in the summertime. And we'd go to work really, really early, and then we worked straight through to like 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock, and then I'd go home and or go to the camper and sleep until 7 o'clock at night, and then I'd go rope until 10, 11, midnight. And that is where I got the Bruce Kennedy videos, the Warriors of El Gato. I went down and seen Bruce Kennedy. He lived there in Tucson, and I went down and seen him, and I bought all those tapes from him and got to visit with CDs. I got to visit with him. I liked Bruce. He was a good guy.
Pretty country.
That's how long ago it was.
Pretty country down there.
Yeah, it was nice.
My cousin says, "How long has it been since you swung a rope?" I said, "Shoot, man, 20 years." And I thought about it. It was the late 90s. I used to go over to Scott Early's house and pretend the rope every Tuesday and Thursday.
Oh, did you go and rope some?
Yeah, on my old horse Ike. So I wasn't good at it then, and I ain't no better at it now. I think maybe I had the same rope hanging on my trailer that I did back then.
I used to tell my dad's, he's always road cutting horses, and I used to say, "Dad, you should need to come down and watch me rope." He said, roping is like picking your nose. He said, everybody does it, but nobody wants to watch you do it.
That's kind of true, because all these rodeos that the 4th of July stuff, everybody goes, watches all the bull riding. They got all the music and the fireworks, and then roping's at the end of it. And everybody
leaves.
There's like 20 people in a 5,000 stand.
Yeah. They want to watch the rough stuff.
Everybody leaves. No one cares. And then they got 200 teams. Yep. Nope. And that stuff will go on till midnight, 2 a.m. Those
lots of ropers.
Those big road. They have like 200 teams in Snowflake, I believe. Yep. So
I rodeoed just for a little while. I didn't really. I was too old. But then I jackpotted everywhere.
Yeah. Yeah, rodeo stuff. Took a lot of time from the ladies. So all them cowboys are out rodeoing, and I just stayed home.
You took care of business at home.
Yeah. They knew where to find them when they got home, is all I'm saying.
Damn, I'm glad I got my family a long ways away from you.
I love watching
Chris.
A good team. Well, those were the old days. It's been months.
Guys, I'm sorry,
you
but
better
I have
go eat
to
those ribs.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, Brett texted me and said it's 5 o'clock MST, and I said
Mountain Standard
4 o'clock in Arizona. Yeah, I don't. I thought Arizona was Mountain Standard, but Arizona is Arizona time.
Yeah.
Right.
But
what is Nevada, California?
Pacific.
Yeah.
West Coast.
Arizona is just Arizona.
Arizona. So, summertime, Arizona lines up with Nevada and California. Wintertime, Arizona lines up with mountain time.
Yes, exactly.
No, because Brett's an hour. Well, Brett's an hour ahead of me.
But now, because we do daylight savings time.
Yeah.
So
how much would that matter to you, Brett? How much would that matter to you right now that it's only 5 o'clock?
It doesn't. I mean, as far as what I do every day, it doesn't make any difference whatsoever. It's just what me getting to where I'm supposed to be. If something's going on somewhere, like you're live, that's the only thing I pay attention to. As far as me getting out, I got to. I was up at 4:30. I rode my new mule. 7-8 miles before 8 o'clock this morning.
Yep.
There you go.
Whether it's 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, or 9 o'clock.
And I had what, 10 hound dogs with me. And it was, if we'd have ran into an oryx out there, we'd have been in trouble because they were wound up tight.
How's your mule doing?
Man, she's a nice mule.
You just got on her road today, right?
No, I've rode her. I've rode her.
No, I meant no training or nothing. You just got on and
no. Today, see, yesterday I rode her to my dad's, and that's through the housing and I just got up and I thought, what can I do that's different? To kind of expose her to different things. And I just got up and said, I'm going to ride. My dad was irrigating. My dad's 90 years old, and he's irrigating. And I told him, I said, Dad, I said, let me send Leighton, my grandson. I said, let me send him over there to help you. Oh, no, I can do it. And I said, well, I'll come over and help you for a little while. No, I can do it. So I got up and I was trying to think of what I could do with the mule that would be different, because I've taken her out and I've hobbled her and then I've done all kinds of things with her. And I thought, well, I'm just going to ride over there and ride to Dad's. It's about 6 miles away, but you got to go across the interstate. You got to go down a highway. And then you got to go through all the subdivisions or not subdivisions. It's a rural area, but there's houses close to each other. And you got to work, in the ditch banks, we used to be able to ride up and down the irrigation ditch banks anywhere you want to go. But now they've locked a lot of them off where you can't go all the way through. They built gates on them. But we made it. She never exploded. But man, she's just looking everywhere. And it's like riding a time bomb. You think any minute she's going to explode, but she never did. I made it over there all in one piece. Yeah. So
my dad has a field across the street. Same thing. It was just an empty field forever. And that's how I broke horses. They'd just come through there and plow it. And it'd be foot deep.
Yeah.
So them stupid horses that want to run off and buck, and it'd just wear them out. So I'd run them back and forth on it. Now they did some plowing, put some drip in it, planted melons. So they got big signs that says no horse, no horses, no horseback riding. But thank God I got a mule.
It does not apply. Doesn't apply to you.
Doesn't apply to me.
Guys, thank you.
All righty.
I wish I could stay. I really do. But I better go.
Come back if you get bored. You're going to get belly full and fall asleep on your chair.
I know. I got to get up. I got another long ride planned tomorrow. So I got to stay on that mule. She's got lots and lots of energy. She's gentle, doesn't throw a fit or anything. But man, she's got lots of energy. So.
Brett's hip squeaky. Timothy, look at him coming in hot on Brett.
Man. See, you get your crowd picks on me. I got to get out of here.
Your crowd picks on me. Robert Chase jumped in already. Said Monday's better.
See, you're already getting picked on. All right, guys. We'll see you later.
Right,
Thank you.
See you later.
All right. See ya.
Jared.
What's going on?
Oh, someone asked how's the trailing, but it's so damn hot.
Yeah.
You're just kind of. Are you going out at all?
No, I got an acre and a half, and I just let the dogs run around. They're outside 24/7.
You see old Rowdy? I wonder if what Rowdy's doing. You see old Rowdy's kennels he's been slaving on?
Yeah, he sent me a picture of him the other day when he got that slab poured and put the kennels up. I hate
You know what I didn't see? I didn't see a picture of a bunch of people helping him. He do it all by himself, or is he just trying to make it like he did it?
He had two buddies with him.
That's a lot of concrete still for 3 guys.
Yeah.
12 yards.
Oh, hey. If it's rough, it's only going on the dogs' feet, so.
Yeah. That is true. Broom it out. Hide everything.
Yep.
So what's new? What's new down in southern Arizona besides 109-degree weather?
Nothing. I mean, there ain't a whole lot going on. I don't know. I'm going to start waking up early, maybe this weekend or next weekend, start waking up early and just driving roads, dusty roads, and first thing in the morning to see if anything made it through after last year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dylan, I've been to Maine. I went to Maine when I was 16 years old with a girlfriend. Her dad worked for TWA, so we got to fly some Triple E pass, which means we were just getting bumped around, free ride.
Yeah.
It's real pretty country over there.
Hmm.
Real pretty country.
You can trap black bears in Maine. That's one thing I really want to do.
Trap them?
Trap them.
No. Hey, Dylan, you got black bears on your property? He has 80 acres.
Yeah, you can do
Kid-
everything in Maine. You can trap black bears. You can bait black bears. You can run them with dogs.
He's on 80 acres and he's never hunted. This Axel guy right here.
He needs to fix that.
I know. We're trying to hook him up with someone in Maine. Got any good advice? We all told him to go get a hunter safety course, meet some people,
Yep.
join some hunting clubs, and next thing you know, you'll be broke like the rest of us.
There's a bunch of hunting clubs back east too, isn't there?
I bet there is. There got to be some hunting clubs in Maine. I think they got a lot of duck hunting back there. I think the deer hunting's out of control.
Mm-hmm.
Can probably kill 10 a day with one license. So,
Yeah, there's a couple states back east, like deer tags are like over the counter. You say you want 6, they'll just sell you 6 right there.
I don't doubt it. And he, if the CWD wasn't so scary or bad, man, load up 1,000 deer and come drop them in Arizona.
Right?
I don't know.
Oh,
I don't know
you
about
got a
down
friend
south.
taking 'em.
Yeah, that's what I seen. You got a friend. Good job. Good deal.
Mm-hmm.
Just got to get out there.
Right?
Just got to get out there. So if you heard anything new about anything, Jared's the one that helped me choose the name for the AWDA, the Arizona
That's
Working
right.
Dog Alliance. He don't know it yet, but he's going to get drugged right in all that stuff once to get it going.
Yeah, I figured that was gonna happen.
You choose the name,
Yep.
you get locked in. So we got. Are you going to try to make that Hound Rendevous?
Yeah, I'm gonna try to make the rendezvous because that's opening weekend of Lion, ain't it?
It is.
Yeah,
So
I'll
just
probably
get as
go up
many
there.
lion hunters as I can up there. It's cooler weather.
Yeah.
End of
Ooh.
August, get those nice nights. You
Yep.
know, probably
Those
warm in the
nice
day, but
50 degree nights, 90s for a high. I can handle that all day.
plus bear open same time. So
Oh
accidental
boy.
bear tree. We'll just barbecue
Yep.
it up in camp.
Heck yeah.
Jesus, what is that? Georgia gives you 12.
Jesus.
God. That's why deer hunting is so big back there.
Mm-hmm.
That's probably why I wouldn't. They use deer in Georgia, don't they? Or dogs for deer.
Could be
I don't
down
know.
south. I mean,
I know they do some spots back there. Somebody from here has to know.
Florida they do for sure. The Carolinas. I think South Carolina.
You know, she just sent me the link and said that we swapped up some of the stuff for the rendezvous. It is, let me post it up here real quick. Anybody who wants to go to the rendezvous, where's it at? Pick and Shovel Outfitters. I hadn't even purchased my ticket yet. I need to.
Yeah, bye.
So I need to. We'll put a date on it. I think she wants to get it all in by August 15th so she can get everything gathered up to do
Prep.
it. So,
Yep.
but, and there is a kid's plate. $10 for a kid's plate.
Right on.
It's going to be at the Reynolds campgrounds. It's a big campgrounds, I guess. Like 6
Okay.
acres. I think there's a
Oh,
stream on it even.
Oh shoot.
I think. I haven't been there. I need to get over there. I got anybody who's interested. We got hound trials this weekend. So that's in Clint Wells. Link me in. I can fill you Deer in Georgia. Let me see if I can. My computer's acting stupid. I had to restart it. So we got the Hound Rendevous August 24th. Trying to get a band there. I think she might have already got a band. It's gonna be Steaks. Brett's gonna show up.
Right on.
I got a lot of people say they're going. I got people coming out of state. Jeremy from Louisiana Hunting. If you go to YouTube, check out Louisiana Hunting. He's supposed to be there. Said he's building a dog box to my standards. Let's see.
About a bed frame, huh?
We should have a dog box competition. Who has the best dog box?
I gotta build one for my Ford, so
that's a 3/4 ton.
yeah.
You don't want to trudge that thing around.
No, but I got pull my side by side and everything.
Oh yeah. Are you gonna build a slide in or you gonna sit on the rails?
Slide in. I don't
That's
like
gonna be
drilling into the rails and all that shit.
Oh, I never drill.
Oh, because it's all aluminum.
I don't drill into it. I hook in. So I got the turnbuckles. What do they call those? That just so I weld the chain. I weld the chain on the front and back of my dog box.
Oh,
honestly, I never tie my dog boxes down, and that kind of screwed me because it slid back and forth so bad it busted up the front of my bed. And then one time I was in a high-speed situation and I hit a big old bump and my dog box came off, hit the top of it, like landed on top of my truck a little bit.
Oh shit.
Yeah. I didn't have no dogs in it, but because the dogs were running in a place they did not need to go, and that would be the Apache reservation.
Yeah.
So I was trying to beat them there. So
frickin'
yep.
My buddy on my 92 Toyota, we had a dog box, over the rail style. After two seasons, the bed started peeling open like a tin can.
On the front of it?
On the front by the cab.
Yeah, mine kept ramming it and kind of. I'm gonna pull my bed off and put a flatbed on, anyways. I just haven't.
Yeah. I need to. Because we had it tied down and stuff, but where the metal would rub, because I didn't put any rubber in between the bed and the metal. I just slapped it on there and clamped it down. And right where the front of the corner meets of the dog box to the bed, it started. When your bed's articulating and everything.
Twisting up.
Yeah, and then I'm frickin' I always had 10 gallons of fuel on top. Plus, I had a dry box at the time that had 2 days worth of dog food and 2 days worth of food for me, just in case anything bad happened. And all that weight on top didn't help either, I guess.
Yeah, mine's usually built out of bed frame.
Yep.
The problem with bed frame is sometimes it welds, sometimes it don't. It has hard spots in it. It's hard to drill and everything too.
Yep.
So you'll get a spot that you can't get a drill bit through, and then you'll get soft spots that will drill through. But I think I've said this before. Nobody knows, but all bed frame is rebar. All rebar is a T-post.
Yep.
T-post, bed frame, rebar are all made from the same metal, and all that metal is nothing
recycled,
special.
Isn't it?
It's scrap metal that's 3 foot and under. They bring in and melt it down. I have a place right here. We did a lot of work on it. My dad just come off a $500 million job over there.
Oh shit!
They built another mill or something, but my internet's showing bad.
You have Starlink, don't you?
Yeah, but
Do you like it?
I love it. I just every once in a while, and I've read about it where there's just sometimes some dead spots. Like for where I'm at, I'm sure a lot of people out here in the boonies use Starlink, so I imagine that it's
slows down.
Well, it's 5 o'clock. Everybody's getting home, 5:30, whatever. But Brett is in the middle of nowhere where I doubt anybody has it. So
Yeah. He lives down in southern New Mexico, doesn't he?
yeah, some way down there. Yeah. Yep.
Man.
But you know, his is just as fast as his. We've had no problems. You know, he had an office, so he built an office at his house. That's why he's able to jump on all the time now. So, you know, he would call me after we did a live on Monday, and it's a 30-minute drive back home. Now it's like a 2-second walk. He just shut the office and walk home.
That ain't a bad deal.
Me, I'm inside my travel trailer that I have at my dad's house. So
yeah, you are in the heat up there.
Yeah, those are the bunk beds that my kids sleep on. So
oh shoot.
But it is, and it's an old 60 aluminum. It's a cool trailer because the 60 aluminums, 1967. It's not an Airstream, just it's all aluminum. Even the framing is all aluminum. It's hot. I think I need to put some that white coat because all the paint is just kind of faded off. You know how aluminum is.
Yeah,
I think
so you put the white coat.
I think if I white coated the
top
roof, it'd be a little bit better. I don't know. I got a little AC unit in there, and it struggles to keep up. You know, I text my sister. I'm like, hey, go turn my AC unit on before I get home. But I got my little room all blocked off back there. You know, when I'm not doing it live, I got it open right now with fans. But
yeah,
but I'm looking for a swamp cooler to put in here. So.
There you go.
Yeah, they make
cool little ones now, I think. For campers.
Yeah. Well, I need so I actually have a split unit condenser at my house. My son does scrap. This big 13 SEER, I think 18 SEER condenser for a split unit. I just need the box now for the I think you can pick those up for $300-$400. But I looked at it, it's like 230 volt. And I was gonna run some heavy back here anyways, because we just have a 110 that last year it filled full of water. It kept grounding out my trailer. So I had to take a shop vac and call it 30-year-old. It's been parked here for 30 years. I lived back in the 90s, you know.
Yeah.
So got to run some power. And if I put a little split unit in here, dang. Nice. They put those split units all over everything.
Yep.
You know, in those RVs out, and they just use a generator. They take low power.
Yep.
You know, they run them off 110 usually. So rebar is made from ground up cars. Tim, it's made from everything. So whatever those guys bring in is everything. It's everything. So all the scrapyard. So I used to be in the recycling business. I own a scrapyard. My son, I didn't shut it down. My son still runs it. It paid for his college. He'd run 10, 12, $15,000 loads. So it's still actually going. It's just we run it under a different name now. But he everything, all the scrapyards here in Arizona, they'll sell their stuff to the rebar manufacturer. Anything it has to be 3 foot or under. It has to be pretty small stuff because they have an electric smelter here.
Yeah.
So it's like $1 million a month bill. I imagine it's even worse now.
That's nuts.
No, it's ridiculous. It's not coal or anything that it's electric. So they got their own station over there, substation.
Man.
Anyways, I don't know what that has to do with dogs besides the rebar we use for
dog boxes.
Kennels. the bed frames we use for dog boxes. If you guys go on my page, I got my last dog box that I filmed. It was all scrapyard. I'm so low on metal. I'm thinking about opening up my Winslow yard again.
Yeah.
Just so I can take scrap metal. Because right now it's only $100 a ton down in Phoenix. 120. It's not much. 130. That's to me or companies. I don't think they're paying that much to people. Copper's up. But so in order for me to ship it, when I left Winslow, we sold I had a bunch of cars, and a company came in, and I think I sold 500 tons of metal to them when I cleaned it out. So,
Shoot.
yep. But my son was running it at the time, and I almost cut him out of the wheel because I had a gas-powered washing machine. And I said, don't get rid of this, and this. I think those scrap guys kind of seen it and grabbed it before he noticed it was even gone. But it had a little 5 horsepower motor under it.
Yeah.
And it was like an original gas powered. And I'm not a good scrap guy. I'm horrible.
Yeah.
Come up to my yard one day, Jared, and you'll be like, my kids sometimes are like, oh my God, it's so dirty and messy. I got 40, 50 cars in my yard, but they're all, I got a 48 Power Wagon. I got 60 Series Dodges. I got 70 Series Dodges. I got 80 Series Dodges. Kind of a Dodge guy. I got 90 Series Dodges. That's just what I have here. I have some more over in Winslow still. But if anybody wants to move to Winslow, I got 5 acres over there. Zoned industrial. It has a bunch of dwellings on it. It does have a well on it, no pump. They stole the pump once, so
pumps are cheap.
Oh, you can go to Harbor Freight and get a 500-foot pump or 150 for that go 100 or for $500. Like that's whatever. Yeah, it has a little septic there. You could hook up. I had a trailer there, but it has a bunch of. It has two 1940s refrigerator box cars off a train. The train runs right there, and it's all oak. It's all oak. They're made out of oak. I'm surprised no one stole my wood yet. But
well, they will now.
Oh, and it has power.
Yeah.
So, and it had a little. It used to be a salvage yard, and I used to buy so many cars from the reservation. I have 2 or 3 cars in my yard. I bought for $100 or $200 that had a broken radiator or something stupid. I paid him scrap price. So I had a guy come in my Holbrook yard. I had a place in Holbrook. And he had a, 97 or 93. I think it was 90. It might have been. It was a town, Lincoln Town car. The only thing kind of wrong with it is the window activator. He just took it out of the tranny shop, had a transmission put in it, came over, said, "How much do you give for scrap?" I said, "Oh, we're only at about, I think we've at $50 a ton or whatever." And he goes, "Well, should be worth about $80." He drove it in. I said, weight wise, yeah. What do you want for it? He goes, "Scrap price." His granddaughter, he gave it to his granddaughter. She tore it up. When he went to pick it up from the tranny shop, he got in it and said, "F you," drove it over to me, scrapped it for $80.
Ooh.
I parked it. I kept it there for 30 days just in case he came back. I would have just said, "Give me my $80 back, man." He never came back. I talked to one of his buddies there in Holbrook. He said, if that guy showed up and did that, he's not coming back. When he makes up his mind, he's an old 80-year-old guy.
Yeah.
He goes, when he makes up his mind. So I got a Lincoln Town car and $80. Had the 4.3 V8. It was a small V8, 4.6. I thought it was a 4.3. Ford made a little V8.
Yeah, it could be the 4.3.
But the thing was fast. And it got good. It got 30 something miles a gallon.
Oh, shoot.
I loved it. Anyways, my ex-wife, I gave it to my ex-wife, and then I don't know what she did with it, but
she scrapped it for $80.
Or what she did in it. Who knows? I don't know. So I think she gave it to her dad for his birthday or whatever.
Something.
Yeah. But that was a nice little car. I think rode smooth. Really smooth.
Yeah.
So.
You've been hunting? Well, shit, you can't hunt either. Everything's closed in Arizona.
It just closed, yeah. All my animals are up north. So I'll probably be divorced here by the end of summer.
Yeah, you and Summer. Are you going to be in Phoenix all summer?
I was supposed to be done with this job May,
Yeah, that's what I thought.
but concrete we're about 45 days behind just on concrete. APS hasn't even got back to us on where we're supposed to put these lines now. The sewer is not going to happen for a year, so we have to put in a septic tank. Originally, it was septic tank, stub out for sewer. Then I found out, oh, the sewer runs right there. So I got hold of everybody, found it, and now they're saying, no, it's going to take us a year to tell you that you can cross the road and shallow dump, and the bottom of it's 26 feet to the bottom. So, and I'm like, we could shallow dump.
The bottom of your septic tank's 26?
The manhole. No, the manhole for the sewer.
Shit. Oh, yeah.
No, I got,
They're not running you, so you can't run a service from the manhole to the building?
I can. And I thought I can't go 26 feet because it flows backwards. So I can shallow dump where it flows right.
Yeah.
If I shallow dump 6 to 9 feet. So, anyways, enough about sewer. I can't hunt. That's what I'm getting at. I can't hunt. So,
yeah, it's side job season for me. So,
in the summer.
In the summer.
Side job doing what?
Just whatever you want to call me for. Leveling rock, driveways.
You know, I thought about. I love running equipment. And I thought about going and buying me a Mini X and just doing all these people's little crap stuff that they don't want to go rent.
What me and my buddies did it was a month in Reno is we went to Home Depot and rented a dump trailer and bought 2 12-pound sledgehammers or 8-pound sledgehammers, whatever they were. And we broke up driveways by hand and hand loaded them into a dump trailer.
Yeah.
And then we took the dump trailer I've always done construction. And so whatever job site that we were doing that had concrete on it, we'd haul it to there and just dump it on the job site, the concrete. Dude, in a weekend, we were getting $600 to rip out driveways because then the concrete crew just had to show up, set forms, and frickin' leave.
Oh, I bet.
We'd charge them $1,200 a driveway.
Man, I remember when I tore up a driveway. I had a 71 Dodge with a 225 slant 6 in it. It was 3 on the tree. And I don't know if anybody knows that. A lot of the older guys will know what 3 on the tree is. And I had a load of concrete, and I remember going to pull out, and I had a little bit of I got 9 kids. I don't usually do that. But I had a low tire on the trailer. And I went to go out in that intersection, just smoking my clutch because it was just smoking my clutch.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Good old days.
Yep.
Good old days. And I traded that 71 Dodge in because I had a stupid daughter, my firstborn, and I thought she needed air conditioning, and then I spoiled her, and now she's a big C word to me all the time. I hope she's watching. I hope she's watching. I'm sure she is, and I'll hear about it.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. But what else? How hot is it everywhere, guys? Yeah, I don't care about Tim Brink. It's probably like 80 degrees over there in Idaho. What's your elevation? Tell us how hot it is.
They still got snow up top in Idaho, I think.
Yeah. I seen snow. I just went somewhere. Oh, I rode to Springerville. And they still had snow on top over there, too. Ah, Missy. We don't like you now either. And they're calling. Oh, he does. He does have snow over there. They're calling for like no rain, dry monsoon.
Mm-hmm.
So. Yep.
We didn't get any monsoon rains last year. I think we had water running down our road once last year. That was it.
And Tucson gets it before we do. We get Tucson's runoff water.
Mm-hmm.
But God, there's nothing better. And I've always said this, and if anybody knows me, you heard me here before. I'm sitting. I think Eggers of the Deserts. Who's that? I'm sitting in
Idaho.
Twitter in Idaho, up here hunting wolves. I'd like to go kill some wolves. I used to be a coyote killing mother effer. I'm talking 30 a month just driving to work. I would hunt on my way to work. Me and my dad would getting to these coyote chases out in the fields, trying to get a good shot on them in a trailer. We had a trailer on the back of our truck with all of our tools in it. And the next day I'd have to go to work and spend an hour putting all the nail guns and stuff back up in the trailer. I seen him shoot a coyote at 300 yards with his Glock 9mm.
Oh, really?
He didn't get it. I'm just saying he got it. Not the first shot. But I was the spotter. I said, way behind. You're catching up. Way low. And then he got him. Finally got him. Yep. 65 this weekend. I'll be in Payson, Arizona. For anybody who wants to go to the Hound Trials, I'll say it again. If you guys don't want to go to the Hound Trials, just if you go to Facebook, look up CATHA, Central Arizona Trailhound Association. They have all the directions and everything. Or just get hold of me. I'm bad at emails, though.
Yep.
Checking my messages.
You're hard to get a hold of.
Am I?
Can be.
It might be. Well, where I work right now, there's no service.
Oh,
so
really?
I have to get on internet phone. Yeah, I'm next to Luke Air Force Base. I think them sons of bitches got blockers or whatever the deal.
Well, you know, the Russians are taking over Florida, so.
Well, yeah. You know, I just seen a thing on Fox getting a little politics. They caught those ISIS guys, 8 of them, because they said bomb. Talked about the Boston bombing, and then I guess it opened up something. That's how supposedly they caught them, I think. Don't quote me on it. I just caught it on the news. And I thought, you know, those, I don't know, Eastern Indians, I don't know where they're from. Oh, I think I do. It's above Afghanistan. Anyways, they didn't have accounts at Verizon. They probably had burner phones. And if they're picking up messages off burner phones, they're definitely picking messages up off of us.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Wolfer Summit. 90 degrees on the Colorado line. Not much snow left on the divide. 85 today. I hate a lot of you guys right now. You know, let me see. I'll tell you what it is in Sholo. It is probably 90 degrees. 87 in Sholo. Supposed to be cloudy Thursday. Sunny the rest of the day. So
I could go for that. That sounds freaking amazing.
I wish I could show you guys my roping mule. I went and my cousin got me to go help him brand finally, and I try to stay out of it because I kind of like when you go for ranching. You go do some ranching, and all of a sudden you just kind of you want to do ranching. So
yeah.
But I roped off my mule, drug some calves.
I hate cows. Absolutely hate cows.
I don't want to be a rancher. A rancher and a farmer.
I hate farming. I put up for years.
They have no hours. They have no hours. There's no hours. They're just 100% 24/7 married to their job. And I'm lazy and I want to be able to leave. Not open mic tonight.
That's just it.
If I could log people on, I could bring some people on. Why, you want to come on, Troy? Didn't you say you had bad internet, or I don't remember. I think we invited him on.
Putting hay up sucks because you got to go out every hour or two, see if it's dry enough to bale yet, what have you. And you're just sitting there all day waiting to do something.
And when you cut it, and this time of year, well, a little bit later, man, you got to watch that forecast because it gets rained on. Then I don't get none, and then I gotta wait for them to get some good stuff. All the dairies get it all when it gets rained on.
That's who I put up hay for, was a dairy in Fallon.
Oh, that's a lot of hay. A lot of hay.
Yep.
Come on, Troy, jump on. You know a lot.
But
Chris Valapena. I bet you I butchered it. Yapania. 85 today in Tennessee. Yeah, what's your humidity, buddy?
That's true. When growing up in South Dakota, that's what sucked.
I went to the military in Fort Sill, and people are like, "Oh, I think Ed Barnes like it's not that bad." I said, "When you're from Arizona, you can't go in the bathroom when someone's showering. It's so bad. Like that's how dry it is here, you know." And then I did South Carolina for my AIT, and that was 40 degrees in the morning in the summer, and 80 or 100% humidity. So you're freezing your ass off, and then you go do your PT, you're running, and you're sweating like a pig.
Yep. Absolutely. No, I remember fixing fence and tearing fence down in South Dakota in high school, and walking through that grass, your knees down is just soaking wet every morning because of the dew.
Oh yeah. Yep. And I remember, so when I was in Sholo in the 90s, every day, me and my cousin, like I said, we're not hard workers. We would get on our motorcycles after working. We was just doing construction with my uncle. So if there was a drop of rain, we left the job, got our motorcycles, and hauled ass to the lakes or wherever we was going.
Yep.
To fish. And you'd have to pull over 1 o'clock because it would rain every day at 1 o'clock. Every day. Loved it. More.
That was like our monsoon season 3 years ago, 4 years ago. God, hour or two before sundown, every night for 2 weeks, we'd just get half inch to an inch, every night.
Yep. Well, same here in the 90s. We'd get, Maricopa's like in a hole, though, where I'm at. It'd rain all the way around us. The Vico wash would run. But, man, there's nothing better. That's where I was going with this in the beginning. There's nothing better than the rain in the desert. It might be muggy and it's hot, but it's pretty and it smells good. Love the smell of the desert. And I've always said this before. I never finished the story, but the desert
Gracie
is like the desert is like a mistress in the winter. It's all pretty, tricks you, and then come summertime, it's like I shouldn't have married her.
Yep.
It's kind of a hag now. Yeah. So, but John,
it sucks. 3 months out of the year, it sucks. June, July, August suck.
Hey, you look at him, Johnny, rooting for me there. I think that's Johnny. Is that Johnny Cordova?
I don't know. I don't know anyone.
Neither do I.
Oh, you know everyone.
I know some people. Chris, where are you from originally? Josh Weinman. You might owe him money, so don't say maybe. If you owe somebody money, don't.
Yeah.
It is Johnny. Johnny's been absent for a while. So he's been running around all over the place, I think.
Yeah.
Elk hunting. I got to get up. I got over-the-counter elk hunt I haven't even done. I got hound trials this weekend. Next weekend I got a bike rally. So kind of one of them chameleons, I guess. Yeah. So, but I rented a hotel for 2 days and we dumped the kids on one of my older daughters. She don't pay rent. She don't pay rent to live with me, but when it comes time to pay rent, she don't mind. She's trying to save money, get back on her feet.
There you go.
We're gonna go hit that. That's up here in Honda, at the Honda Casino. It's a good ride.
Yeah.
Good ride. They used to have it in July, but man, we got rained out and held on so many times. I don't know if anybody here has rode a bike when it hails or if it rains. If you
Probably
don't have,
not fun.
It isn't. It isn't. My old lady don't care because she hides behind me.
Yeah, you take all the pain.
Oh yeah, and then she wears a full face helmet. She used to not wear a helmet.
Yeah.
And then here's some biker story stuff. I'm real bad, and it actually is happening right now, and I've already been yelled at. My back tire's kind of slick. I just think it's a drag tire. I just call it a drag tire.
Yeah.
We went one year, and she was pregnant. I'm talking, I don't know, 7 months pregnant. We went on a ride.
Yeah.
My front tire was really bald. I wasn't showing cord. And if you wiped it, you could kind of see where the tread was, you know. And we had this big old, I have my big old bedroll on the back. And we rolled all of our clothes in a tin up in it. And my buddy had rented a spot, had a camper. We just popped the tin out and stayed in it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, her mom and stepdad come up that night and they had nowhere to stay. So we just stayed outside. And I gave them one of the blankets out of my bedroll and we just crashed outside on the bedroll. But some guy walks up and I didn't even have my Harley yet. I got out of Harleys. I didn't want to ride Harleys. You had to fix them all the time. I found a good deal on one. I bought it for my old lady for Mother's Day. I thought that was fair enough.
Yeah.
And it's a 2013 Harley Slim that had 700 miles on it. And I got it for 10 grand. Like it was brand new. And I actually got it at Scottsdale Harley. So I got it at you would think I walked in and talked them down. I think they wanted more. Talked them down and they said, we could do that. And I said, well, if you throw some pipes on it in the back seat, I'll do it too. And they did. I loaded it up and brought it home.
There you
Mother's Day. My old lady wanted a Harley, and I have a backstory on the bike I had. I got out of bikes for a while.
Mm-hmm.
I told my ex-wife, and call me shallow, I don't care. I said, if you become a size 3 and buy me a motorcycle, I didn't specify, I just said a motorcycle. I said, I'll marry you. And we've been together like 7-8 years anyways.
Mm-hmm.
Gosh dang, if that son of a gun didn't become a size 3. And I thought, okay. And then I was down looking at a bike. She showed up, said, put her app in, and they said, yep, you can get it. And I said, son of a bitch. So I married her a few years. But I just gave that bike to my son for one of his birthdays.
There you go.
A couple years ago. So he rides it now. But I had a guy come up to me, and we looked all like we've been traveling for 1,000 miles. He says, damn. Where'd you travel from? I said, I don't know, about 15 miles up the road. He says, your bike looks that bad? I said, yeah, it does. Mm-hmm. That tire's bald and she's pregnant. Said, yeah, you got both of those right. Now, if you can guess the dad, we'll go 3 for 3.
Oh God, that's pretty funny.
Right, Robert. Nope. I just don't want one of them big old man dressers. I'm not old enough to have a dresser. Tim Brink talking shit tonight. I got my dad's 94 Softail. Robert, my father-in-law, my wife's stepdad, has a 94 Softail. There's absolutely between a 94 and a 2013, there is nothing hardly different on that bike. The forks, everything. I mean, it goes down to, it's crazy how similar those are in that 20 years of bike. I mean, the bolt pack, everything's really close. I got the 103 inch. His is all cammed out. Sounds better than mine, but I got fuel injection though. So when he's hitting 8,000 feet, he's feeling it. I am not.
Yeah.
So call it a girl bike. And it's funny you say that, Tim, because the guy who bought it, he bought it for his old lady and it just sat in the garage. It was too big for her. She didn't want to ride it. So, but call it what you will. I got a deal on it. So,
Yep.
yeah,
Well,
we rabbit holed all over. I was going to get on and talk about some Hound Association stuff. So,
well, we can. I mean, I don't know how to do any of it, so
I don't know how to do any either. I've been reaching out to people. Dan Gates said, "Give me a call," and man, that guy's so busy. I hate to bug him with it. I have Luke, who runs the is it Wisconsin? No, it's the other Wyoming. One of those Hound. He's a president.
Mm-hmm.
So he said he'd help out a little bit. Everybody's kind of said they'd help out.
I know Utah's got a really good Hound Association. Utah's is like a freaking.
That is, well, Naomi Hirsch is gonna. I think it gave me a number to a guy. I just hadn't had time to sit down and to where I got an hour to talk. You know, me and
I just see the Utah pictures, and man, they fill up like it looks like a whole banquet, event center type
I think
thing.
don't they have like 200 members or something? I don't know. They have a lot.
Oh yeah, and everyone shows up. It's crazy.
Yeah, and those guys are all in with Rocky Mountain Elk Society, and they get in with everybody. I joined the Bighorn Sheep Society. I did talk to that guy. They were kind of interested. I just sent out some emails and said, "Hey, I know Arizona don't have one, and I'm starting one, and I really want to make it like very versatile to everybody." So
yeah,
they were interested. The president called me, so we talked for quite a while. The Arizona Trapping Association. That girl called me. We talked for a while. So yeah, I think a lot of people were willing. There was a guy in Arizona. We got a lot of people at the banquet. It's a good time. Are you from Utah? Minix 95. So I want to get into that, and I really want to go bigger. And I was talking to, oh goodness, it might have been the Trapping Association, and I said I don't want to do this nonprofit crap. I want to be a business. I want to spend money. I want to spend money running around educating. That's what I want to do. You got to treat it like a business, I think.
Yeah.
You got to. Those guys spend hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Well, you got to make money and find lawyers to go and fight for you. All sorts of shit.
That's what Dan Gates is doing. And that's what people don't understand is that huntforcolorado.com. People need to. That's another one. Someone gave me a name for over there too. I lost my train of thought. What was we talking about?
Lawyers.
That's what I was. So I think that the Humane Society of the United States has like $1.5 million stuck in an account just for lawyers' fees.
You need to. I don't know. You have an Instagram, don't you?
Yeah, I don't. I do. About 4 or 5 of them.
Yeah. Like
yeah.
They have a no cat hunt Colorado page on Instagram, and they post something every day of hunters approve this no cat hunt, this and that. This is ran by biology. All sorts of bullshit lies.
I
mean,
you can't get on those. They kick you off that
No,
quick.
you can comment on them. People do.
Hmm.
There's a lot of guys trying to be educational on them.
See,
And
you got to start that one that's for it, and every time they make a post, you got to screenshot that post, put it on your post, and highlight the lies. You got to do that. And I think Dan Gates is doing a great job. Tim, you don't know the half of it. I think I found out I'm ADHD or something. I don't know.
true story.
But
She camp with Chris.
I'm bad. So you have to have the money to fight money. Like you have to have
You
it.
do.
You're
You
not
do.
gonna take a Prius and go up the same trail as a 4-wheel drive Tundra.
Yeah. Well,
They might be the same brand, but it's not the same car.
And you need to bring outside money in from not just hound people, because if you own dogs, you don't have money. I'm sorry, you're broke.
I know.
You know, so that's why you need that. Like, where I see a lot of, not a lot, but some hound organizations, they only have one field trial a year, and that's how they raise their money, is off a field trial.
Yeah.
Okay, so you have 60 guys show up and donate, say $300 a piece. That's not that much money.
No, not at all.
No, $1,800.
Here's my idea, and someone can steal it if they want, because I don't feel my IQ's high enough to do it.
Yeah, but you've done everything. You have a great IQ.
Well, retarded is anything under 70, and I think I'm pushing. I think I'm pushing that.
77.
I mean, I might be modest,
72.
giving myself I might give myself 71 or 2, but
Yeah.
So I want to start. I need somebody. You'd have to really plan this out. I even have a name for it. I already have a name for it and everything. You have to start something that matches the Humane Society of the United States. And you can't use the word hunting. You can't use the word dogs. You have to come up with something that's very neutral and deceiving, just like the Humane Society of the United
Well,
States.
you can't be deceiving, because then you're the
Well, it's
asshole,
not
like the
deceiving.
Humane Society.
It's not deceiving.
You just
but
said deceiving.
No, but I said that seems that you have to have a play on words. You have to have a play on words. You have to have a play on words. You can use conservation, alliance. So Conservation Alliance of the United States.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Acronym of cause. You're doing it for a good cause. That's what you need. You need that conservation, and you need everybody. And that's why you can't use dogs. You don't want to segregate into any groups. So if you have a conservation alliance, not a sportsman's alliance, not a dog alliance, not a sheep alliance, whatever. You have to have a full-fledged conservation alliance to where, just like these guys do, they go to all these people, they say, look at us, we're trying to save wildlife. We're saving wildlife. Yeah. And that's a good, when it's on the ballot and it says, we're trying to preserve wildlife, that sounds beautiful. It's great. I would vote for it. If I was just a one-line vote, help preserve wildlife, that's how they get the vote.
Yeah.
You have to do the same thing. You have to have this conservation alliance that just hammers everything to where you're getting money from the same people, the same exact people that they're giving Humane Society $10. They're giving you $10.
Yeah.
That's evening up the battlegrounds. You know what I mean? You're trading secret for secrets. And every time they put out their pamphlet and they hand it out, you put out a pamphlet that looks exactly the same. Exactly the same.
Yep.
Is she fetching you a beer or what?
No, I'm freaking dying in this house. I was like, can you get me one of those freezies out of the freezer?
I'm in my trailer with the AC on, fans going. I got like 5 fans going. It's not bad. I'm not sweating. It's just my soda that I opened is warm, like gets warm. And me and my son, we killed those otter pops. Yeah. But you have to have that. If they put out a pamphlet, you put out a pamphlet, it looks super similar, but has the truth where they have the lies. Like the Canada lynx. You have the Canada lynx saying this animal's not even here. The jaguar. You have a picture of jaguar that says this animal is already federally protected. The ocelot. Just like they have all those pictures where it looks pretty. You have the same exact pamphlet. You kind of find North American. Is that a real thing?
What?
This guy, Chris Blake, North American Conservation Alliance. Conservative. Sounds like a GOP thing. So you have to have them. You have to fight fire with fire, and you have to have $1 million. When they send a lawyer, you send 2. You know, you send out a private investigator to dig up all the dirt on these guys. You know, look at old Wayne. Remember what happened to him? He was big shot and then got busted for all that sexual harassment crap or whatever it was. Yep. So, guarantee you, half them people that run those, they're blowing that money. They're spending it like it's their piggy bank. You know?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I want to take $250,000 a year just to put a hound in a truck and hit every school you can. Every school. When they're having a fight somewhere, when they're trying to take away stuff, you send a hound to a school and you educate people on dogs, what's going on, lions, bears.
You know, you bring a hound, you bring a lion skin, a skull.
Yeah.
Pictures.
Let the kids touch it, play with it, have a little presentation of conservation and what happens. Show a picture of California.
Yeah.
My cousin just sent me a video of a lion walking 20 yards from him. Had a collar on it.
Did you see it? Did you hear about that lady in California last week? Black bear killed her.
No, really. Man, I'm bad about watching news.
First recorded black bear death in the state of California.
They have like 80,000 bears, right?
45. 45 or 65,000.
I heard it was 60 to 80. Okay. I read. I don't know. 80 sounds ridiculous. 60's stupid. Still stupid. And what are they killing every year? 1,300?
Yeah.
Yeah.
1,300, 1,100.
Yeah, and then so now they're saying, well, what they'll do is SFW. What they do, even if they gave out two tags, was they going to kill 36? And if there's if there's 30% female and each of them has 2 and 1 lives, you're still not going to ever knock it down. They need. I've already. Rowdy knows the California count on black. Yeah, I thought he said 80,000. Where's Rowdy tonight?
He just sent me a picture of his kennels again.
He's sitting at his kennels, working in his kennels?
Yeah.
Does he have service there?
Oh, yeah.
Let me just send him a link and see if he logs on. If he ain't going to watch, we'll get him on. That's a lot of bear. And there's no way you're going to knock him down.
No, not unless you're baiting and using dogs.
And they're not afraid. The bears don't care no more. How long has it been? 2014?
Yeah.
That sound right?
Mm-hmm.
Let me send this real quick. I got in trouble from somebody that said, we watched you and you was on your phone, not listening to the guests. I said, I was trying to get other guests on. So
yeah, I'm not that good at one.
Yeah. I said, I think it was you and Rowdy on. And I was like, those guys can handle it. I'm going to just send them a link. Lots of bears either way. See if the
Oh yeah.
link works. Let's see if I can get them logged on, man.
You know what's crazy? Nevada has a bear season now since California closed.
They have one?
Yeah.
Is it because they're moving north?
Moving, just hopping across the border.
Because it gets too crowded. It gets too crowded, you know, the bears are going to spread out.
Yep.
You know, and how much food do they think they're going to have before they start really? Well, look at Tahoe, Lake Tahoe.
Oh, yeah.
I think Rowdy or you was telling me about it, how they have the 64,000
That's
from
ridiculous.
the new bear report. 64,000 bears, and let's just say 30% are females. So and let's just say what they usually have 2 cubs, right?
Yeah.
On an average. So let's just say, so what is what's
30
30%?
times. That's another 60,000.
Well, 30% of 60,000 is 30 what? 18,000. Let's just say 18,000 out of 60,000. Let's just say there's 20,000 females, which is probably a low number. And it might not be because those boars, I'm sure they get crowded up. They're going to kill cubs and.
Well, you know, just think about lions. I think the lion population's like 50-50 female tom almost.
I think it was higher. I think someone said it was 40 or 50% female.
Yeah.
Which it's all a guesstimation. I don't know how they guess that stuff.
But
I think they're gonna bring back. I think they'll bring back dogs. People think I'm crazy, but I think the government's gonna flip over there. I think if the government flips,
you are high.
Listen, they will. It will be enough is enough at one point. Newsom can't. I'm telling you, if they'll get somebody in there, whether it's cheating or not cheating, whatever. They need to cheat. California needs to cheat and get somebody in there. I don't care if it's a Democrat, but it can't be a dumb Democrat.
Yeah.
You know. They did that. I bet you, and they're losing. How many people? How many people are they losing? So let's just say all those hunters that were hunting, running dogs there. A lot of those guys moved. Yeah. I bet you, if you looked at the numbers, it's high, really high. So
they all moved into battle like Rowdy.
Yeah. If they opened up bear to dogs again and they got rid of their fearless leaders over there that are just corrupt trash and got good government in there and cleaned up, you'd see a lot of people probably move back to California.
Well, I always told my buddies that live in California, I was like, man, if they ever allowed lion hunting back in California.
Ooh, God, what a great place.
I'd take a year off.
Mm-hmm.
I'd max every credit card I had out and just take a year off and go over there.
So would about 30,000 other lion hunters. I don't care if you've never been to California. My cousin lives in Walker. I would pull my trailer over to Walker and set it up and just get on my mule. And so all you'd have to do, you wouldn't have to. I bet you would just annihilate. I bet you just go in there and just trail lion after lion.
My buddy calls a lion in a year, coyote hunting.
Chris said he'd move back. A lot of people. I think a lot of people would. That North California would pile up again.
Yeah.
Let's be positive like Chris. Listen, people will only take enough before it's destroyed disgusting. And that's where it is right now. It's destroyed disgusting. Why they keep voting this guy in, it's only because there's people who shouldn't be voting in this country. And I don't understand why you'd be able to vote if you're not a citizen of the country. If that makes me racist, and so be it, but that's just stupid. But I guess if you can collect the welfare and our money, I guess you should be allowed to vote.
Well, it's, so now the illegals coming across can claim asylum. And instead of having to go back to their country and us to process them, now they give them a plane ticket and $5,000 cash to wherever they want to go. And they're like, hey, your court date's in like 7 months to 5 years. Well, by that time, they're gone. You're never going to see them again.
Nope. And they probably don't even have the right name.
No.
I knew I'd get them on. I guess it worked. You working on, what are you doing over there? Uh-oh, he's quiet. Is he muted?
Oh.
Did I mute him? Hang on.
I don't
might have
know.
muted him. I did. Wait,
You
can't
can't
unmute.
Hey.
There
Can you
he
hear me
is. Yep.
Yeah, tying up shade cloths on dog kennels.
Oh, shoot.
So
Gonna need him.
well, it's 100 degrees today, and with the sprinklers on, they're not doing too bad. They're staying nice and cool.
Need that long cord.
You got him in there?
Yeah.
Oh. So your kennels are set up. You're just trying to shake. You're gonna put misters on them, aren't you? Did you say
I've
that?
already got a sprinkler set up here. I'll walk you through it.
All right, let's see. Let's just take a tour.
The wife?
You got her in a cage already?
Oh man, she can't even get away now. So shade cloth on all the tops, chain link panels, cement floor finally. And then I still need to go and buy stall mats. I got some pieces here that leftovers from different projects, but probably a stall mat for each kennel, and that way they're not sitting straight on the concrete.
Yeah.
And this will get me by until I can save up the money to build roof on it and put a insulated wall back there that's going to have the dog houses built into it.
Is that where the sun hits? Is on that back side?
Yep. Yeah, that's
Mainly.
that's the west side. So that'd be, heat of the day.
Well, a good dog owner will just put a metal building around that place and an air conditioner inside it. I mean, I'm just saying.
Well, I mean, guess I'm not a good dog owner then.
Neither am I. But it would be nice.
Yeah, they got sprinklers, they got slabs, they got good airflow, and they're the only ones panting are the ones that just got put up from running around chasing chipmunks, which is the wiener and the poodle.
Nice.
Heck yeah.
Them too.
My dad built. So I worked at a wood place. We made one by. I ran the planer.
Okay.
Shop. So if it was too wet, if it was too whatever, we'd bunk it up, throw it in the back.
Okay.
I used to buy that stuff for $100 a ton. So I was buying bunks of it for $150,
Yeah.
My dad came up and bought, I think 5 tons of it.
Oh.
He built a lot of stuff. He covered a lot of his old sheds. He built some dog kennels out of it. And he had the shade on it, but them stupid dogs would climb up there and chew through that shade. Some of them climber dogs.
Dude, I
Got
had
me.
some Houdini dogs.
I was worried about that, so I took some old plywood and I put it across the back so that they've
Off the
actually got a
dog
solid
box?
cover. Yeah, above each of the dog houses, so it runs the length. And then I've got like 3 of these females. 3 out of my 4 females will get up there and chew the shade cloth, and they've done it before, so I had to do that.
Nice little
My male would climb to the top and push his head up until the self tappers would pull out. He had knots on his head from pushing out. I was getting so mad. His whole kennel's covered with tires and weights now.
Gotta weight it down too. That's funny.
God, he's a pain in the ass.
Yeah. And we actually got, my dad was gonna swamp cool it, and I got a bunch of insulated vent duct off a job.
Oh, ducting, yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
There you
bunch of it. So just run it across the top, put a vent right there down, because their dog boxes are inset. So they can't get on a dog box. They can go in their dog box like a wall. Then he built a dog box
okay.
on it. And then above that, he has like a bunch of storage for his trim and stuff. But we got to get that across there. I owned a scrapyard. Holbrook School got rid of all their big Master Cool swamp coolers, big ones, scrapped them.
Yeah.
I was selling them for like $300 a piece. It brought me like 20 of them. And
Shoot.
he brought a bunch down. He actually had 3 of those in his house he has down here. Got rid of his air conditioner for a long time and just ran those swamp coolers. And when they're working fine,
we run a smaller on our house.
I love swamp coolers. I grew up in swamp coolers. I remember the smell when you kick them on and it smells like fish. Oh, there's your helper.
Yeah.
There's your main helper.
When you run the where they run birch and aspen pads.
Yeah. Trying to sign. All right. See if I can get Benny on and talk some crap. Let me go through all my comments here. I'd move back. I would say the weather is warm, but not much sun lately. I wish I had some clouds. It was cloudy here last week.
Dude,
hot and
good.
Fallon is always warm. Fallon is always warm.
Is 100 roughly 100 yesterday, 100 today, 100 tomorrow, and 99.
109.
109,
108 here. I think Jared beat me by a degree.
Yeah, I think we got up to 110 in Tucson. I'm thinking that's just because of the concrete and everything, but
that sounds shatty.
Yeah, it wasn't fun. No.
You guys, you got low RHs there too?
What is it?
Humidity or what? Text and RH.
Yeah, relative humidity. RH, relative humidity.
Oh, I'm not a fire guy, Rowdy. I don't know that stuff.
Sorry. Like everybody in my circle that I talk to is fire, so I'm about that.
No, it's all
There's
good. Yeah, we haven't had rain since March.
There's no humidity here at all.
No.
What's the humidity right now? 20%? 10?
And
I don't even know what it is. It might show. Let me see if I can look it up.
3.5%.
Let me see.
Well, me and the wife got her on humidifiers in the house.
You got it. Yeah, otherwise you go to bed at night and you wake up with a bloody nose.
Yeah, everything's.
You're laughing, but that's probably Yeah, you know what our humidity is right now? 8%. 8%. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
so when
dry.
you spit, it dries before it hits the ground.
Yeah.
Yep. I don't know. I don't like that humidity. When they say it's a dry heat, it gets hot.
Benny, is that your first wife? Yeah, it's my first one. Only one, hopefully.
That's how I kept mine from getting away. Take y'all's 100%. Really pretty bad.
I'm not easy. I said you got it. Oh, she says I've got it easy. I feel like I do. I've seen people with way worse.
For women.
She's out here helping me build kennels all day, so I can't complain, you know?
There you go.
I'll give you guys something to complain about right here. Right here.
There's Benny.
There you go. He's on to tell you how to run that wife of yours. He says you're doing a good job.
Oh yeah,
thank you.
I was really impressed to see that wife inside that kennel, because that's how I kept my first wife from running off until we finally got accustomed to each other.
There you go. Yeah, it's like a house cat. You know, you got to keep them locked up for a month before they feel like they're actually at home.
It's got to feed them and water them.
Yeah, it's amazing. You say it's like a house cat, because when they really squall and jump at that cage and hiss and snarl, you'd think you had a damn lynx in there.
Feral cat. Yep. It's not a house cat. It's a feral cat.
Yeah. 65% humidity. That's muggy.
Yeah.
That's dirty. That's dirty.
Yeah.
He was on last week
too. She got. Sorry, was replying to Tim here. Yeah, she deer hunts with me. She drew elk tag this year, so we'll be out in Ely. Antelope like last year. Yeah. She drew an antelope last year.
Isn't she a barrel racer?
Yeah.
Not the barrel.
Yeah.
So let me tell you, barrel racer ain't no richer than a houndsman.
Nope. She's
That's the only reason you get your dogs.
that's exactly right.
Oh boy.
Hey, no kidding. Larry Hendricks was 35 when his wife left him, and he was barrel racing, or not barrel racing, pardon me. He was team roping, and he was hunting lions. And he decided that if he'd make some different choices in life, he could hunt lions full time. So he got rid of his rope horses and left the rodeo behind and lion hunted until he could no longer go physically.
How about my legs?
Wasn't he on the res for a while?
Which res? Well, yes.
I'm gonna go grab some water.
Yes.
Yeah, he was hunting reservations there for a while.
Do you want anything else, good?
For
the last, he finished his career on the blue, and before that, he spent 9 or 10 years on the Wallapai Indian Reservation.
Man.
Oh, Jared Nichols hunts that reservation. He's been getting some
Stud
toads
bears.
of bears lately.
Which reservation is he on?
White Mountain Apache. They get some big bears off of there.
Oh yeah, Larry was on the Wallapai over against the. Well, it actually goes down into the Grand Canyon and over there towards Kingman. And I'll tell you what, hunting that country, you can get yourself in a jackpot real quick when you get over into those big high bluffs and those deep canyons.
Oh man.
Have you hunted Globe at all, Benny? Have you hunted Globe?
Yes.
I hunt behind Seneca Lake. So you got reservation on the east, you got reservation on the north, and you got the river. I ate ribs.
Oh my gosh!
I get the ribs
Walk in
off
here. There's soda all over the floor. The kids have destroyed the house.
I
bet
you I could beat you in my house. My wife cleans
I don't
that
know.
house.
It's pretty rough
spotless.
right now. We had the house was clean this morning, and these kids have destroyed it. Like there's a Dr. Pepper spilled all over the floor. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 towels on the ground. There's a boot. There's a corn dog box.
Oh, nice.
Like, look at this.
Hey,
Drawers
that's
open.
my house. My house every day, man.
This was clean this morning.
My wife will clean that house before we leave on the weekend. She says, I just want it clean because I don't want to have to come back to a dirty house. And I swear 10 minutes later, I'm like, you should have just left it.
Yep.
Should have just left it.
Horrible. We can't even leave these kids alone for, I guess it's been all day. Literally all day. Clean. You're cleaning. You're not.
Well, they're still alive. Oh, man.
Yeah, mostly. I mean, I'm missing 2, but
they'll show up
somewhere. Yeah, when they're hungry, they'll come walking around.
There's still no kids. What's that gal's name? Benny? Olivia?
Oh, yeah, the 4-year-old.
Yeah.
Yeah,
tough gal. Tough gal.
But Chris, you didn't see Riley's kids, Riley and Sam's kids. They're those dark complected because Sam's a Mexican gal.
Oh, I did. I seen them playing in the sand over there.
Oh yeah, those kids. If you watch those kids on Facebook, they're 100% dirty every single day and going wide open.
Well, yeah, that's how we have our kids, but we at least try to clean the house every day.
Well, you clean it, and I swear 10 minutes later, it's...
Oh, absolutely.
Never fails.
What do you think about California, Benny? Think they'll ever let dogs hunt there again?
Never.
You don't think so?
Nope, it's over.
I think if they change up their politics a little, there's a chance for it, and they're gonna they got 60,000 bears over there.
It's on the low end. High end's 85.
It doesn't matter. Look at how many lions they've got. Look how many lions are attacking people. when I lived
Yeah,
in
but
Southern California.
Yeah.
I lived in Southern California in the summer of 81, I think. And while I was there, it was somewhere right around in that time, in the parking lot at Mission Viejo Mall, a mountain lion jumped on a 6-year-old kid, jumped out of the hedges, the bushes, the fancy parts of make the parking lot look beautiful for all the people coming to the mall. The lion jumped out of the brush, grabbed this kid by the head, and started dragging him back into the brush. And the kid's dad was literally beating the fire out of that mountain lion. And the mountain lion refused to turn loose of that kid. This was back in the 80s, and it's only gotten worse since then. And they put the mountain lions before the public, and the public voted to leave them alone. And
Yep.
even the government hunters, I know some government hunters in California, and their state director now has decided that they can no longer even pursue lions, so that they can keep dogs trained in case the game department wants them to catch a lion, and the game
Oh, no
department has
kidding.
quit calling them too. And that's just the lion end of it. When they took the bear hunting away, I was talking to one of those government guys, and he said that it'll be just a matter of time before the bears are out of hand too. And within 3 years, the bears were knocking in people's houses and going through things and getting on folks, and the
Yep.
population just exploding. And it's not about the wildlife as far as management and the biology and all of that. It's about animals in today's society. And I don't care if it's your little poodle dog in the house or the wildlife out in the woods. They carry more value than human lives. And that's
You're
the
right
bottom
about
line.
that, 100%.
they had a kid in the Bay Area. This is probably 6, 7 years ago. They had a kid in the Bay Area get torn up by a lion in his backyard. And the neighbors tried giving child protective services on the mom.
Yeah.
For neglect.
Yeah, just for neglecting the kid, even though the kid was in the backyard. Mom was in the backyard. But they put that lion down, and as soon as they put that lion down, all hell broke loose on that family.
There's one thing I hate more than antis, and that's child protective services. I hate child protective. I think
They're shady.
They're all stupid idiots. They're junk. Their investigators are junk. Their workers are junk, and it's just stupid. It's stupid.
Well,
I
they're
don't like
kind of
them.
like they're like the legislature, the Congress, and everybody else. They've got to do stuff, whether it's right or wrong. They've always got to be doing something just to show that they can justify their job and justify their paycheck. And so
Yeah, usually that's wrong though.
but it doesn't have to. As long as if there's nothing going on, then there's no reason for them to have a paycheck. So they've got to create situations.
Yeah,
I'm telling you
agree with
right
that.
now, when they create a situation at my house, it's going to turn into a big situation. You're not taking my kids. I'm going to tell you that right now. So if the government wants to get me, send a CPS social worker to my house and say you're taking my kids. I tell you right now, I'll tell my kids those are the bad guys. And they are. They make up stuff. They cause trouble. Junk, trash.
Yep.
They need
once they take possession of the kids, it's almost like now they belong. The kids are theirs, and no matter what, it's yours for a parent that didn't do anything wrong to get them back in their own house if it ever happens.
I've heard
the figure that like something like 60% of kids in the first year of being in, whether it's a foster home or it's all foster care once they take them, right? Isn't that what it's considered?
Foster care or maybe a family member, which usually ain't the best.
60% are either sexually or physically abused.
Absolutely, 100% correct.
So, that's ungodly. high.
Listen,
As in, like, that's ridiculous that crap's going on, and people are not being just locked up in prison and throwing away the key.
we did a case where they sent a 9-month-old baby like an hour and a half Uber drive to visit somebody. I'm just like,
What?
I don't like them. I don't like them.
Oh, dang.
Yeah.
Hey, there's not very many knuckleheads that are willing to get in their car and just drive 9.5 hours because
It's crazy. It's how it is, though, I guess. I don't like it. It's there are more waste of money than forestry. So,
Yep.
and I know some forestry people. And when they tell you I didn't feel like going out, I just cleaned up a shed today. I'm like, oh, that's what we need. Somebody getting paid big bucks as a biologist to clean a shed.
they haven't ever been over here to look at my shed.
Find all your pelts, all your ocelot pelts you've been saving for the last few years. Probably right next to your cameras that you use in Arizona, the video ones. Yep. That's enough rile up for me. I hate CPS. Hate them. They need to, the government subcontracts everything else in their life. You can get out of the military making $27,000 an hour doing FDC, fire direction control. Get hired again subcontractly as $100,000 a year. So you're telling me you're going to pay a subcontractor $100,000 a year, and you can't pay your own person at least $60,000 a year?
That's crazy.
Waste of money. Humvees.
Well,
they were paying like $380,000 or $280,000. This was a long time ago when they was buying those Humvees. I said, I can go down to dealer, get one for 80 grand. It has roll-up windows, automatic windows, and air conditioning.
Yeah.
80 grand. I said, I'll mix you up a concation of paint where I just throw a bunch of latex and dirt, call it battle paint, and charge you another 10 grand to paint it.
Right.
all of that stuff comes out of the U.S. Congress, and you don't have enough money to pay them back to get in on the ground floor.
Yeah, because they've all got freaking they're lining their pockets with all those deals. At some point, they're getting kickbacks, whether they own stock in those companies they're spending the money with, or the dealership that they're buying all the freaking anything from. Somebody somewhere is benefiting it, and that's how they become multimillionaires many times over every year.
That's exactly right. But consider this. Why do they hate the NRA so bad? The NRA doesn't pay them for any of that BS.
Nope. They don't get a kickback.
They don't get a
Didn't know
kickback.
that.
They represent us.
Does the NRA lobby?
The NRA does lobby, but they do not lobby the same as all the other lobbyists lobby.
They don't
Okay.
kiss ass.
Yes.
All right.
That's why nobody likes that NRA, because they don't really back down.
Where's my hat? I'm a life member, and I like
Yep.
to wear my life member hat and my life member leather jacket when I go back east and see if anybody has anything whispering going on. Hell, I was in Tucson wearing a t-shirt that said "Keep calm, frack on," and coming out of the oil field, and I had a bunch of weirdo youngsters behind me. My wife was telling me, "Hey, you should see them guys pointing at you." So I spun around, and they quit looking all of a sudden. So I was just antagonistic the whole rest of the day down there. I was at that air museum in Tucson, and I was having a blast. Bunch of pansies.
I'm sure that's what the only day in your life you was being antagonistic
No, that
with malicious intent.
oh well.
That's the world we live. You know, I told my dad this morning, I said, I have to vote. They let them vote if we can use a dog to chase a cat or a bear, but we don't have to vote to send Ukraine $300 billion.
Right.
I don't get that.
Why
Why don't
don't
we
you?
vote on that? What's that?
Have you looked
Biden,
up?
Hunter Biden has got all the money back out of Ukraine. What do you? All you got to do every single time, follow the money trail. Remember when was it a tsunami that wiped out Haiti?
Haiti
back.
and Clinton, they didn't see a dime of it. Hillary took it all.
No, they gave it. They gave those hundreds and hundreds of millions of dollars to the Haitian government. The government did nothing for the people, but then the Clinton Foundation was born with $100 million donation from the Haitian government.
Weird.
All you got to do is follow
Shame
the money.
fucks.
Well, and I guess we do vote for it because we vote these people in. You know, I can't even believe that somebody would vote for Biden right now, Democrat or not.
Oh, my stepdad will. No, really, because he's and he questions a lot of stuff. He's from New York originally, but he's a hardcore union man. He's made all his money all of his life welding in the union, and the union preaches vote for the party, not the person. And so
Yeah, blue no matter who.
no matter. And so my stepdad and I were in the pickup going fishing, and we're talking about this, and he asks, because I made my living in the oil field for the last I don't know how many years, and he asks me these questions. Is it really true that Biden has jacked up all of this oil stuff? And so that opens the door for all these conversations. But then he says, Joe Biden is really a good guy, good-hearted man. And I'm thinking, you haven't seen the damn son of a bitch that I've seen on TV. And so
Right. I heard about him showering with his freaking 13-year-old daughter or whatever the heck she was at the time, Ashley.
Yeah. He says, but, how come he won't do anything about the border? How come he's leaving it open? I said, leaving it open? Hell, he opened it.
Yeah.
And
he rolled back 61 executive orders the first day that Trump had put in on the border.
The day that the new governor got shoved down the people's throat in the same kind of nonsense ballot counting that goes on all over these days, the first thing she did was have that part of the border
She took
wall
all the
that was
comments
made up.
boxes out.
She took all those shipping containers down and opened up the border.
Yep.
So and my stepdad doesn't like me pointing that out either. He said, well, they started that before she took office. And I said, don't be so stupid, Jay. I'm not. So yes, the answer is yes. There are still people that will vote for Biden no matter what. And there's people that absolutely hate Trump that will vote for Biden because they hate Trump. It's a personal
I think that's the majority of them. I feel like that's the
is.
majority. They hate Trump so much they just want anybody but him.
And who are they going to vote for now? Who else is up there? Like they have. I can't even believe the Democrats don't have somebody to get rid of Biden.
I think they're going to put Newsom. I think it's going to happen.
There's no way he's gonna. Man.
I mean, look at freaking Biden right now. He's crapping his pants on stage, literally crapping his pants. And then, were they, douchebag Newsom or old man that shits himself?
Well, it doesn't matter. Ultimately, it doesn't matter because in my view, until Trump came around, there wasn't anybody that wasn't part of the problem, no matter what side of the line they claimed to be on. But the reason that everybody hates Trump is because he's not a member of the country club. He never did pay the dues, and he didn't get invited. He just stormed in there, kicked the door open, and said, a round for everyone.
Well,
yeah,
I agree.
Trump's not a member of the island.
Yeah,
I got I got things I got to get done. I've had a lot of fun, and I just thought I'd come in here and poke the
Sound
bear
good.
and the bear hunters. You guys have a good evening.
Good seeing
All
you.
righty.
You too,
Thanks, Vinny.
sir.
Bye.
Enough of politics, I guess.
Right.
I
get so worked up talking about that.
You know, my dad watches that Fox News, and I can't watch the news. It just makes me sick. You know.
Yeah.
I barely handle getting on. You know, and he kind of gives me crap for TikTok and all that. And I told him this morning, you know, they're worried about AI.
Okay.
Why don't they worry about, or they're worried about TikTok and what we watch on TikTok? If you like boobies on TikTok, you're gonna get a bunch of booby TikToks. I get a bunch of hound stuff. I'm not saying I don't. I'm just saying I get a bunch of hound stuff. You know, I get a bunch of building stuff. It's what it, you know. It has the algorithm. But I've learned, I've gotten more information off TikTok, Snapchat, YouTube, just recipes, how to do stuff. You know, the truth about
thank you.
stuff, or at least something that gave me a direction to look up the truth or see if it's truth or not. You know?
I know you did.
The least of our problems is TikTok.
Compared to AI.
That's scary stuff, man. Back in the 80s, you remember the movie The Terminator?
No, that's legit what it is. That's
absolutely legit.
That's
what it is.
I mean, I can't say that it's going to start building robots and killing us, but
maybe
the AI is literally what that stuff was in the movie.
I don't know if you guys ever listened to Elon Musk talk.
Yeah. I seen that.
He was like, the human population is an anthill to a construction company that's putting through a road. AI is a construction company. So eventually AI is going to be like, why are they hurting themselves? Why are they ruining the planet? They're ruining this. We're ruining that. And then that's when everything's going to turn around.
They wrote a book in 1948 called 1984.
Oh, yeah.
That's about as true as you can get today.
All right.
Every corner is a camera. Every person, every corner. Even Elon Musk said AI is dangerous. He literally just stuck a probe in a dude's head that can run a computer. You seen that?
I'd heard about it. Like
guy can look at it and move it around. He's a quadriplegic, I believe.
Is he?
Yeah.
So he's trying to.
They cut like a disc out like that size of his head and put a chip in.
Yeah. So he was one of the interviews I'd listened to, just like a short 5-10 minute one, whatever it was on YouTube.
Yeah.
He was saying that the purpose of it is they want to be able to fix like people that have had spinal injuries. So basically running new wires to bypass the break in the line or the broken wire in your nervous system so that people will be able to start walking and stuff again. So that's the whole point of that. Basically, they could do it theoretically through like Bluetooth, right? They'd plug it in above and below the damage, and then it just Bluetooth across. Or they just reconnect the wires all the way across. So.
Crazy.
Yeah, because like literally, if they know you, like say you had a break in your C2, right, your second cervical, and then you lost everything from shoulders down, they would theoretically be able to go in there, and it's like a jumper from above to below that break, and they just literally bypass it, and it sounds pretty cool to me in that sense, but
yeah,
I don't know. Like syncing up a brain with a computer, as in like, just to surf the internet, I don't think that's too cool.
But they did it for a good reason. He's a paraplegic, so now he can communicate and move his whatever, He has a little bit of function on his own. It's crazy stuff.
Yeah, no, I'm all for that. Like, injuries and stuff, helping people, but I'm really looking forward to when they can start 3D printing, body parts. Yeah,
Well, they
fiber
3D
optic
print
like-
meat.
Yeah, exactly. So
We-
we've all seen that movie. What the heck is it? Where they go and fight the bugs on another planet, right?
Oh, yeah.
Battleship.
I know what
not
you're
Battleship.
talking about.
Oh hell! But anyways, like in the first 30 minutes of the movie, they've got a dude underwater where they got his leg opened up and they're 3D printing new muscles and stuff and bone on his leg. I can't say that we're going to be that close by the time we all die, but I think that's where it's heading towards. Like being able to, repair a damaged muscle in
I
the
think
thigh, whatever.
Aren't they already 3D printing organs and ears and skin? And
Yeah, so they can do cartilage, tracheas, nose, ears, hard cartilage, stuff like that. But I don't know if they've started doing like joint cartilage or anything yet.
be nice. All them guys with bad knees.
Yeah, bad knees, bad backs. Just think about that. Get a new freaking disc 3D printed in about 30 minutes.
Oh, yeah. Along with
That'd
a
be-
steak.
Yeah, see what you taste like with your own stem
Yep.
cells.
Oh man.
Kind of rabbit holed off they 3D'd a heart. Yeah, I heard about that. I think I did see that.
Yeah.
Well, I guess if you're getting that, to me, when you're playing God or Mother Earth or whatever you believe in, when you're playing this
She's calling you.
Universe, that's just dangerous stuff. When you mess with Mother Nature by seeding clouds, I think that's dangerous.
Yeah.
Fracking, earthquakes do as much damage, but I don't know. Fracking's a little scary too. Opening up, what do you open up? But
Yeah.
it ain't no different than sucking all the water out of underground. Our water supply's bad.
Yep.
Getting low. Everybody cares about these they care
Golf
about these
courses.
they care about electric cars, but your golf
Right.
courses, your car washes.
Yep.
I'm doing my part. I don't
everyone-
ever wash my truck.
Me either.
Everyone talks about Lake Mead and all that stuff and how it's it's dropping and it's not recovering. Vegas 2 years ago had those big rains where you saw like the rat riding the couch down the the storm drains or whatever.
Yeah.
Well, Lake Mead rose like 4 inches after that week. And everyone's like, oh my God, the rain helped so much. And it actually wasn't the rain. It's because all the golf courses and residential units didn't water their lawns.
Jeez.
That's how much
That's
water
ridiculous.
gets. Yeah.
Yeah. From the golf courses and
We're hauling
water in their lawns.
We're hauling water out to wildlife. We have to haul water to wildlife because we're in a drought. But you still let them open car wash after car wash after car wash. Make those golf courses put in fake turf.
Right?
I built car washes. Quick Quack Car Wash uses. They recycle a lot of their water. They have big
So
tanks
reclaim?
underground. Yes.
Oh, okay.
There's only like 15% that
the-
they use that's new. Obviously, you're gonna have some waste.
Yeah.
But even then, they're doing 500 cards a day.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of water.
Yeah.
I think everybody's worried about electric cars and carbon and all that, emissions. But man, that water's gone. It's gone. If it's contaminated, it's done.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
Politics.
What was that movie in the 80s where like the world went to complete shit? And there's a taxi driver and he's like, "Can you believe it? Air went up to $2 a day."
I haven't
Because
seen
like
it.
I can't remember. I remember being a little kid and my dad watched it and I thought that was the weirdest thing in the world until now.
Yeah, I don't know if I've seen that one.
I don't know.
Is it Total
I just
Recall?
remember it's one of those 80s in the future movies.
You know, when it all goes to shit, everybody buys this expensive dog food, and everybody says, "I'll just go out and kill stuff in the hills." But everybody says that. How long you think that elk population is going to last, or that deer population down in Tucson is going to last when everybody's trying to feed?
Yeah, everybody's gonna be trying to feed themselves, but there's a lot of people that are just gonna starve.
90%. I read this. They did like a study, and they project 90% of your deaths in a huge catastrophe, apocalyptical catastrophe will be from starvation.
Mm-hmm.
Because for one, people don't have a supply. How much dog food do you honestly have stored up right now anyways?
Not
you know
much.
what I mean? It's if you get a good deal, it's $1,300 a ton. And then
I don't store dog food because I freaking pack rats get into it. So
pack rats. I got those
I just go to the store
beetles
every week.
Yeah. So, Rowdy's good. He has enough horse meat over there in Nevada.
Yeah.
Shoot, definitely on that.
And what's crazy
30
is
minutes.
People won't eat horse meat. Just like they won't eat cat meat. Mm-hmm. That's why all them dummies that say protect a cat say you can't eat it because they've never tried it.
Right.
I'd love to infiltrate one of them people, bring a bunch of cat meat, lion meat, have a barbecue, feed it all, and then in the end say, "Oh, by the way, I'm not part of your group, and you guys just ate mountain lion." Pretty good, ain't it?
Pretty damn good.
Pretty good, ain't it? Yep.
Oh gosh, I feel so sick.
Yeah,
right.
I've seen it 100 times. Yeah. Well, shoot, guys, man, that 2 hours went quick. We didn't even hardly talk about dogs. Everybody's probably mad at us.
Yeah,
but everybody joined the conversation. Yep. Oh, and Brett says, "Man, you go down more rabbit holes than I do." So
it's easy.
Yep.
Well, and it really, what does it have to do with dogs? Everything. Politics has everything because that's how they're winning. That's how they're trying to win. That's how they're battling because most of us aren't interested in politics. I don't give a rat's ass about politics. I don't want to care about politics. The reason we have a government.
I wish I didn't care. Or I wish I didn't have to care,
Yeah.
90% of dog guys just want to be left alone.
Yep.
Yeah. Like I don't watch like you're saying, I don't watch the news anymore. I'll read about it online, but I check every once in a while when I'm bored and I'm not busy, I'll go look at, what's going on somewhere. But usually I get most of my news through basically YouTube, listening to maybe The Blaze or something.
I go on X quite a bit now. Elon's Twitter or whatever, that X.
You get going on the right wave and the algorithm there, you'll get some good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So now if you just take over Facebook and YouTube.
Right.
Yep. Look, Oregon is outlawing all small farms and backyard farming. God. It's just, they want you to be reliant. They want you to be reliant.
Well, yeah. Look at North. If they're reliant, they got you by the balls.
That's exactly right. Yeah, they want everything within 15 minutes. 15-minute drive.
So. Living in an apartment. If you want to make money right now,
buy apartment building. And
Build
Yeah.
build
They'll make
apartments.
everything. The government will make everything sound good to you. Even cars. Like, hey, if you know, whatever, you can't drive because you're having a heart attack, we can have your car drive you to the hospital. All
yeah,
sorts of shit like that. You know. Well, the road to hell's always been paved with good intentions.
Exactly right.
true.
All of them. I don't care what it is, from lion hunting, bear hunting, politics, everything. If it's because it makes you feel good, it's usually the wrong freaking decision. Just like
I heard a
sleeping
guy.
in the morning,
Yep.
sleeping in the morning, eating shitty food, whatever it is.
Convenience.
Yeah.
Convenience is what kills. I heard a guy say, if the devil's not trying to get you with temptation, then you're probably doing something
You're
wrong.
already
Yeah,
You're already. Yep.
uh,
Mhm.
you're already there, bud.
And it's sad. It's sad these days, and this is why houndsmen have such a hard time, because all these people that are hunting or used to hunt don't hunt, and so, or they're working too much. You have two people working in the household. You have no time or money because you bought two new cars to get to work. You got a house payment, mortgage. It's
Yep.
ridiculous because you have to have a 4,000 square foot house that takes $1,200 a month in the power to keep it cool.
Yeah.
You know, people
Did they
don't
say
know
like power bills went up
60% in
38% this
Arizona.
year?
Whoa.
60. It's went up 60% in Arizona. My dad just told me. I know it has. My electric bill with a shop, trailers on my property, guest house, and my house would run, when it hit 250. I was like, dang, man, you guys better quit using that dryer. 300. I was like, the last month was like $750.
Oh,
Yeah. So I thought maybe they made a mistake. And this month it was $400. I'm like, how does it jump $300? You know, it's crazy.
yeah. Ours is
They
usually
probably
around
had they probably had to buy the electricity from somebody
150.
else because their plant wasn't going or something. So they had to buy electricity, and you got the front end of it.
Well, did you hear Ed Barnes? I think it was Ed Barnes. He was on maybe Chris Powell's. He said something about, in order for them to be a monopoly, they had to supply power to everybody. And I don't get why APS, SRP, whoever's running, don't go run lines. Why don't they go run lines everywhere? People will hook up. All those people with no power, they'll hook up. You know, it's crazy to me. And then they want to charge you $20,000 to bring a line 1,200 feet.
Mm-hmm.
Shoot, what is it per foot now to run power?
I
$12 a
son,
foot, $15 a foot.
I think it was. No, it's crazy because they were 1,200 feet away and they wanted like $15,000 to run power to them. Something outrageous. And they used to give you what, 1,200 feet or so much, 3 poles wide or whatever it was.
Yep.
Making it hard to live. If you wanna make money, sell everything, build an apartment complex. Before you're done, the first level coming up, you'll have that sold to somebody, and you'll have those apartments rented out for the next 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
When I was doing construction in Reno, doing housing development, when we would finish one section, just the dirt work, and they'd always put up one house to show the families of what the whole thing's gonna look like by the time we're done. We're talking 300-400 home housing developments.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Everything was sold. The houses were sold and bought before the footings were even dug.
Yeah.
Wow. No.
Crazy.
It's ridiculous.
I don't like being in town, let alone living that close to people.
Oh, I'm talking, dude. Their houses are butted up next to each other. Like,
You walk through and
when
each both houses
during,
the same.
Yeah.
During COVID, we had 3 housing developments going on. The dirt crew would come in, running scrapers, pushing scrapers with dozers, all that stuff. Then the pipe crew would come in, lay all the pipe in, storm drain, power, water, everything, and then the dirt crew would come back in, do the roads, all the main shit, and then the houses get built.
And what does this have to do with dogs? You won't be able to. You gonna be able to keep 10 hounds in that backyard?
No.
No.
Hell no, man.
No, and you got to think of it too. All that dirt lot where you just go and road your dogs because it's 15 miles out of town, and you go road your dogs down that dirt lot, that dirt road, whatever. Now it's a housing development.
Yeah.
There is a lot of vacant malls, big malls. I think they're tearing one down right now.
They just tore one down in Tucson. They just tore one down in Tucson.
I think Superstition Mall. I think they're tearing that down.
What are they putting back in?
Probably apartments. I don't know.
Yeah.
The malls are done. There's no malls. It's separate stores everywhere. If you look around, they'll build 5 or 6 built like a vanilla shell with 5 or 6 options. And actually, tilt buildings are crazy right now. Go down the 303, I-7 or 303, I-10, all that way west area, Buckeye, Glendale. A lot of them going up. This is what I said. Those vacant malls, put all them homeless in there. Don't put AC, just put a fan in there. Just let the fan blow. Hey, in the old days, if you were pissing or shitting in the street, you got a ticket for it. If you were loitering, if you were standing there bullshitting while you were cruising your car on a Friday night or Saturday night, they ran you off.
Hey, boy.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Not anymore.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to go. Man, I caught 3 big bluegills last night. Big bluegills. Me and my son went fishing, trying to catch catfish, and he threw a lure on because he couldn't sit there and fish, and he caught a bluegill. I'm like, shit, I'm going to throw a lure on. I threw a little worm on a spinner tail and caught me. We ate them today. Good. I don't know if you guys ever had a bluegill, but
oh yeah,
man,
yeah,
good, so good. So my son's like, can we go fish tonight? And it's still light outside, so I'll probably go try to catch some more. Catfish weren't biting.
There you go.
Oh yeah.
Well, you got any closing words?
Fish as much as you can and hunt as much as you can.
You know that's the thing is these people go hit these little lakes and they're in their apartment complex or their housing development, and they fish, and none of them know how to cook a fish. So all they know how to do is fish.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of these people don't know how to do nothing. Nothing.
No.
So
no, everyone's disconnected.
That's it right there. They're disconnected. Nobody gets out. If they do, it's a $80,000 RV. It's crazy. They're just getting bigger and bigger.
Yep.
I couldn't spend $100,000. I bought a trailer for $22,000 for my daughter to live in, and I said, go get a loan for it. This thing booked at $80,000. The guy just got rid of it. Like he wanted it. He owed on it, and he didn't want to pay it no more. The guy got rid of it. They said, yeah, we'll give you a loan. Shit, $40,000 equity in this thing.
Yeah.
So, and then it's too small for her, and my son took it over, and I said, that's just the perfect house. It's huge, 3 tilt outs, ridiculously huge. So,
yeah,
toy hauler, electric bunk beds in the back. But
you'll be done. Okay.
the hardship for people that live off the land. Yeah, that's another rabbit hole I don't want to get down with. Food stamps, homeless. I think we should open some factories and just put them back to work. If you want welfare, you got to work 20 hours a week at a factory.
Yeah, absolutely.
Period. And you want to save billions of dollars? Drug test these sons of bitches.
Yeah, 100%.
There's no reason you should get
Was it
government
Georgia or
aid.
Florida that a couple years ago started doing that? I'd like to know what their
Drop-off
cost,
rate is.
yeah, cost of operation is now. I bet it's a
Yep.
lot lower.
Has to be.
Dumb.
All right, guys.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go fishing.
All right.
All right.
Good luck.
Thanks for jumping on, Rowdy.
Yeah,
Yep.
you
I
bet.
didn't even ask you. I just sent you a link. I didn't know if it's gonna work. My computer, man, that was a late start.
Yeah, you sent it right at the right time. We were tying up the last shade cloth.
Time for a break.
Yep.
Put that girl to work behind you.
She's pretty good at destroying the house. I can tell you that.
Yeah, I see. Time to go clean it. Look at her.
Yep.
It's like, oh, yep, I'm gone. Jared, thanks for jumping on.
Yep. I'll talk to you guys later.
Sounds
Have a
good.
good one, guys.
See you guys.
See ya.
All right. I'm gonna go fishing. Sorry, no dog talk much tonight. Talked about politics. Kind of rabbit holes. Everybody jumped in on it though. I didn't really have nothing planned as a guest. I tried to get Ed Barnes on. Ed Barnes is gonna come on and talk about Billy the Kid. My son has infatuation right now with Billy the Kid. Ben Lilly. I want to do a whole episode on that. Monday night we have Holly Moore coming on, talk about her dad. There's hound trials in Arizona this week. If you go check out Facebook, look, just type in Central Arizona Trail Hound Association. They'll show you. For friends with me on Facebook, I post it. What else? Hound Rendevous, August 24th. Get online. Go to this. Let me find it here. Where you at? Well, first, Save the Hunt Colorado. Dude, go donate $10. Those guys use the money, and I'm pretty sure once they're done with it, if they win there, they're going to just keep going and start plowing all these anti-hunter puke people out of the water. Let's see, where's my... if you have any questions, anecdote of a houndsman at outlook.com. I'll try to check it. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. If you want to go to the Hound Rendezvous on the 24th, pickandshoveloutfitters.com. Right on the front page, I just did it. Click on that. Sign up for your steak dinner. If you have kids, want to feed them, it's only $10. Probably just sit around a campfire, whether we can have one or not. Tell some stories. Me and Brett might do a live from there. Maybe, probably. We both got internet. I think that's it. That's all we got coming up. I will see you Monday. Interview Stories and Tells with Holly Moore. She's going to put her face on so she can get on. Wednesday, I have a couple people lined up. Jason Doobie might try to jump on. Ed Barnes might try to jump on. There's one more person. Oh, Dwyer, Becky Dwyer, so we could talk about that tickle the dog's feet stuff. All right, any questions? Anecdoteofahoundsman.com or anecdoteofahoundsman at outlook.com. Guys, keep your powder dry and stay safe out there.